Georgia, how are you today?
I am fine, thanks Lena, how are you?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. We've been enjoying the weather.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah.
A bit of a tan going on.
Yeah.
How are the cats, Fred and Ginger?
They're fine. Fred was a bit poorly last week, so I had to take him to the vet, but he's much better now.
Brilliant. So, you had an India holiday coming up. Have you booked it yet?
No, I haven't. No, I'm due to go to I'm going back to the travel agency this weekend, so hopefully I'll have everything priced up for me. So we're ready to book this weekend, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. We'll keep you posted. It sounds really exciting. I know you're trying to go to every continent, is it?
Yes. Every continent before I'm 60, so I've still got a bit of time left yet.
Oh, we've got plenty of time to visit all these countries. So today we're just going to do your performance review. It's going to last about 15 minutes. Throughout the review, we're going to look at your performance over the last 6 months. So I've got your figures here, which we'll refer to throughout the meeting. We're going to look at what's been going well for you, what's not been maybe going so well, and areas for improvement. And then throughout the meeting, we'll look at setting some objectives together.
Okay.
Are there any questions before we start?
No, that's all fine.
I'll be taking some notes as we go as well. And obviously, as we've set some objectives for you. So how do you think you're settling in on the beauty team? I know you've been there a fair few months now, but it's been quite different for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, they're a really nice team, but I have to admit I do feel like I'm out of my comfort zone a bit. They're all so young in comparison to me. Gillian's the next oldest one next to me, and she's 26, and she's quite a bit younger than me.
Yeah.
So I sort of feel like a bit of an outsider, and I can't really relate to them.
Right.
Also, I do feel like I don't understand a lot of the beauty products, as you know. Obviously, I've been on medical for so many years now, and I don't understand the beauty products as well as I did on the medical side of it. And I also feel like I've lost a lot of my long-standing customers. I've built up a rapport with a lot of customers on the medical team, and because of this, I feel that I'm struggling to meet my KPIs. I'm finding it really hard to achieve my target.
Right. Okay. So as we go on, then maybe look at some objectives around those issues. So the product knowledge is something that you're identifying there.
Yeah,
so that's something to bear in mind. Okay. Yeah. So moving on then, the quality of the work over the last 6 months. Your customer satisfaction rating, it's reduced from, it used to be 4.2 and we're now just sat at 2.1. So it has declined a fair bit over the last 6 months. The quality of your work. Is there any particular reason why you think that is?
I think, as I've already said, I've obviously been part of the beauty team now for the last 6 months, and I think a lot of it comes down to the products. It's not products that I'm interested in. It's not products that I have a lot of knowledge about, and for that reason, I do feel that I do have a lack of motivation and enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of the products on the other side of it, I was used to dealing with, and I could relate to. Also, I think that the death of my parents, obviously, it's just 12 months since they died, and I do think that's affected my mood somewhat.
Right.
I have been. I just think I've not been myself.
Yeah, I've noticed that you've not been fully you.
Yeah.
Have you sought any help or advice from your GP, or is it something that you thought about?
Yeah, I have been to my GP, and he's prescribed me with some sleeping tablets. He did also suggest some antidepressants, but I'm not particularly keen on taking antidepressants.
What about counselling? Is that something you've considered?
I have thought about it, yeah. It was something that the GP recommended, but it's not something that I've actually looked into myself yet.
Well, that's something that we can offer you as the organisation. So what I can do, if you want, I mean, it's entirely up to you, I can refer you to our bereavement counselling. I'll do that by the end of the day today, and then you should get a referral through. All you need to do then is engage in it, make sure you book your appointments, and I can give you time away from the phones to go to your appointment.
All right, yeah.
Does that sound all right?
Yeah, I think that would be helpful, yeah, definitely.
So I'll pop that down as an action for me then. What I'll do by the end close of business today, I'll send that referral for bereavement counselling. Okay. And then we'll see how that goes. What support network do you have outside of work? Have you got a fairly good support network, family and friends around you?
Not really, no. I do have very limited family. A lot of them have moved away, so I don't really have anyone outside of work.
Right, so those relationships in work are quite important to you
Yeah.
as well. Okay, so maybe looking at ways to get more involved in the team. So we'll have a think about that and see how we can do that as we go through this as well.
Okay.
Also, what I'd like to do with you, Audrey, is have a one-to-one about once a week. So just to check in, just an informal one-to-one to see how your counselling's going, just to check in how your medication's going, if it's affecting you at work still, just so that I know how you are. And if you've got any concerns, you can obviously let me know. We'll just monitor it that way. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds good.
So we'll say once a week on same time as today, a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would, what we've discussed there, that would, with the when I've done the quality testing of your calls, I did pick up that your product knowledge probably could improve because you have spent quite a lot of time on hold with customers. So that would tie in with that. To improve your product knowledge, what do you think? What support do you need there, do you think?
I don't, it's just not, the beauty products just aren't really something that I'm particularly interested in. It's not something, you know, all the young girls on the team, they're all into the new makeup and things like that, and it's just not something that I've ever really been interested in.
Yeah.
So
it's not a personal interest to you?
No.
Okay, so what about then, because we do have brand specialists within the team. So what about spending some time with one of the brand specialists and maybe, so if we aim that to improve your product knowledge, research one brand per month.
Okay.
You can use the intranet for that because all the information is on there. Give you some time away from the phones to do that. And sit with one of the brand specialists each month for a different brand, just to improve your knowledge. And we'll measure that by when I quality test your calls, seeing whether that's improved on your calls, and also just monitoring your customer satisfaction rating as well and seeing if, you know, as your product knowledge improves, whether that goes up.
Right, yeah.
How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds really helpful.
So, action for you then. So, brand specialist. Okay, and obviously we can review these when we have one-to-ones every week. We can see how you're getting on with them.
Right, okay.
So moving on to your performance then. So over the last 6 months, you're looking at your performance against your targets overall. It's been fairly poor. So you are only achieving 50% of the number of calls. So you've got a target of 100 calls. And you're achieving 50 actual calls at the moment. And your call length is fairly lengthy as well. Why do you think that is? Do you think that's down to the product knowledge again, or is there any other reason why? Is there any systems in particular that you're struggling with, or?
No, because the systems are the same as they were on medical. It's exactly the same system, so that's definitely not a problem for me. Obviously, I'm well accustomed to the systems. I do think it's more relating to the products again. I don't feel that I'm making as many calls because my calls are taking much longer.
Yeah.
When a customer's asking for a product that I'm not aware of, I'm having to put them on hold to ask a colleague or to research it. So I feel like that's making my calls a lot longer and affecting my ability to hit my call target.
Okay. So that would make sense because your occupancy is 60%. Which is showing that you're spending quite some time on hold. So that would be where you're going off looking for your answers basically and getting that knowledge as you go. Okay, so what, other than what we've already said to improve that, is there anything else that you feel?
To be honest, I really think that it would improve my performance if I could move back to the medical team. I've just not really settled in well on this team, and I just think if I could move back to the medical team, I know what I'm doing there, and I think I'd be able to achieve my targets much easier if I was back there.
I understand what you're saying, but to be honest with you, Audrey, I don't think that is the answer. I see that you've got excellent potential. I think that you've got all that you can get out of the medical team, to be honest, because you were the top performer. You had nowhere to go there, basically. That's why I brought you over to this team, because I need your expertise, I need your experience and maturity to drive the rest of the team forward, because they may have the product knowledge, which you might be lacking at the moment, but you've got that experience, and that's what I really need you to be putting into that team. So I would like you to stay at this team, and I think if we put a few things in place, so we've already discussed the brand specialist, so improving your product knowledge. I think if we put things in place to support you, that you can get to where you need to be on the beauty team. So I understand what you're saying, but I think we need to give it a bit of time before we look at making any decisions like that.
Right, okay.
How does that sound? If we try and support you as much as possible to get you where you need to be.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy to give it a little bit longer. Yeah.
Okay. So as far as the team goes, then you said that you don't feel part of the team as much. There is a training course that some of the other team members are due to attend next Thursday. I've noticed you've not booked onto that course. Is that something that you might consider doing?
I did notice that the other girls have booked on, but I just thought obviously as I don't get, I think I'd just be on my own. I did think about it though.
Right. So how about then, if you were to book on that course, that might be a good opportunity to bond with the other team members.
Right. Okay.
And maybe actively try and get involved when you're on that course, because there'll be things like icebreakers at the beginning and that type of thing. Yeah. So you'll be interacting with them then. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
So if we put another action then, that you're going to attend the beauty product training course next Thursday for the other team members. Okay, so actions so far. I'm going to refer you to bereavement counselling. We'll do that by the end of the day. Okay. And then we'll have a one-to-one, just an informal one-to-one, every week on a Thursday afternoon to check your progress with that. And just a welfare chat, really. Your actions are, you're going to sit with a brand specialist and do some research to improve your product knowledge. You're going to attend the training course that's next Thursday to try and integrate with the team a bit more and improve your product knowledge, which would be quite beneficial. Are you happy with all of that?
Yeah. I was thinking that something that might help me is to I have been listening to Katie, and she always seems really confident. She always seems to know the products really well. So I was thinking it might help me if I could buddy up with somebody like her, because it might give me a bit more confidence.
So maybe if you were to sit and listen in on her calls, and then maybe if Katie give you some pointers, share her best practices and what works for her, and then her listening to your call and give each other some coaching and feedback.
Yeah.
Because you've got as much to give to her as she has to you. So it's
Yeah.
Okay, so we put that as one as well. So buddy up with Katie. What I'll do is I'll speak to Katie later on today. I'm sure she'll be absolutely fine with doing that. Is there anything else that you want to add?
I have been thinking, obviously, like you said, I had sort of got everything that I could I could get out of the medical team. And prior to being moved on to the beauty team, I did think that one place I would like to go is I'd like to progress to being a team leader.
Okay, so your longer term career aspirations is to be a team leader. What I would say on that one is I would like you to be, well, I need you to be where you need to be with these targets first before I can refer you to be a team leader. So what I will say, because that's what I would like for you. I'd like to be able to take you to the next stage and for you to become a team leader. And with your experience, that's what I would be looking for you to be doing next. But when we're in 6 months' time, we'll review it again. Hopefully by then you'll be achieving all of your targets. And then I will be recommending you for team leader. If you are achieving them all at that time, that'll be the next step for you. So that gives you something really to aim for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then, so lastly then, we just need to discuss performance-related bonus. Now, overall, you are underperforming currently, so we are unable to put you forward for a bonus due to not achieving targets. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear, and it is difficult, but I am quite confident that if you work towards achieving these new objectives, that in 6 months' time, we'll be having a very different conversation about your bonus and what we can offer you. Okay.
I'm not very. I do think that that's a bit unfair, to be honest, because I do feel that I've been working just as hard as I have done in previous years, but I think that I'm only struggling because I've been put in the wrong team.
Right. I disagree that you've been put in the wrong team. I don't think that the wrong team is the way to look at it. It's a new team and it's different. All bonuses across the board, across the whole organisation, are based on performance, and based on that, that's why we can't give the. Oh, hello, cat. That's why we can't give a bonus this time. So the targets are realistic. They are in line with other staff and previous performance. And like I say, I'm confident that if in 6 months' time we're giving you all this support, you're working as hard. I appreciate that you're working hard. I can see that. I know that you are. And that's not taking away from any of the work that you are doing. But with a bit of support, we can get you to where you need to be and get you that bonus in 6 months' time. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
All right, right. So what we'll do, we will meet again next Thursday for a check-in, and I will send you that referral later on today. Is that all right?
Okay, brilliant.
All right,
yeah,
thanks, Audrey.
Great. Thank you very much for your time, Lena.
Thank you.